I'm going to provide you my honest review on using Go Highlevel. I'm going to go over some of the pros of using Go Highlevel as well as some of the cons of using Go Highlevel. Now, this platform has been pretty amazing so far in my business. I can't see any other software that I can run my business with. It's just been so integrated in my day-to-day operations that it's just made my life so much easier in running my agency. Now, what it is I do is I actually help real estate professionals as well as mortgage brokers, loan officers, branch managers. But I'm going to use this as a perspective of anyone that can use it. So, my name's Leo, and I run my own agency. And like I said, I help real estate agents. And I'm going to go over the pros and cons of using this for anyone that is looking to automate their business as well as have a customer database that just has everything. I can go down a list and explain everything that's in this platform. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through it one by one, and I'm going to give you an honest review of how it works. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll respond to those comments and provide as much information as possible. That way, you get a good understanding of what Go High Level can do for your business. Now, I am an affiliate, so just keep that in mind. Any links that you have, and you click on it to go and purchase it, I will receive a commission. But my goal is that you're gonna see this and just understand how powerful it is to use in your business. So let's get started. All right, so this is our typical dashboard or our interface on Go High Level. Here we have information that as a business owner is pretty relevant. We have our opportunities. So an opportunity is actually, think of it this way, someone that has been entered into our database and they haven't quite been closed. So we have our closed, open, and lost. So closed means that we won the deal. Open means we're still working on it. And lost means we just didn't convert them. Pipeline value, you can assign pipeline values. So any new person that comes in, you can assign them a potential cost. So one person comes in, maybe that's $300, maybe that's $1,000, and you can see how much you have in your pipeline. So if you close them, that could be potential revenue for your business. Conversion rate, this is a good metric to understand what your close ratio is. So this will tell you based on the data of what you've closed, it'll show and put the percentage there. So that way you can accurately track what your conversion rate is. And then you have a couple things right here that also give you some preliminary information. So you have your task, which if you're running a task, say you have an appointment, a phone call, a follow-up, it'll all show right here. So this is your dashboard. Now the Launchpad is just a quick way to show you what you need to set up. So we have a lot of things that we can connect into. We have Google My Business. We can connect to your Facebook page. We can actually have a website widget that has chat. You can integrate Stripe. So you can see a lot of these integrations in here is going to eliminate the use of, say, for instance, you can cut down your Zapier integrations probably in half just by converting into Go High Level, because it automatically connects into so many different things without needing Zapier. Now, you're still probably going to need it for some of other functions, but it really limits the amount of zaps that you would have to create. So what's great about Go High Level is the conversations. This is so powerful. You're able to actually see conversations in here. And from this all-in-one platform, you can send a text message, you can send an email, and you can even send a Facebook message straight from Go High Level to your platforms. Now, all you have to do is have a Twilio account, and then we connect it into here. And then once your Twilio's account, you can assign a number, and then that's that number that you'll assign to your text messaging. When we go to calendars, we can integrate the calendar. So if you have Outlook, Gmail, you can connect, or Google Calendar, you can connect all that into your calendar and then create specific calendars. Now, this is a huge function. So with the calendar, you can actually create a nice looking booking page. So this is what mine looks like. So you can create a landing page, which is another great benefit of using High Level, is you can create unlimited landing pages for your business. And when you create unlimited landing pages, you can have specific landing pages for anything. So this is my book a call with me. And you can see this right here is the widget for my calendar. And it's synced up. So you don't need to use Calendly anymore or any other calendar apps that you have. It's all right here. So that's one subscription that you can drop, which makes High Level so powerful. Is that when you start dropping your subscriptions, you just realize how much money you're actually saving. So with the calendars, that's great. And then you can also have team calendars. So if you have a team, you can have a team calendar in there as well. Contacts, this is your whole database for contacts. And so with this contact, you have just unlimited amounts of search opportunities on here. So once you start filling this up, the way you're going to distinguish your contacts is by creating different tags. So you can type in right here, maybe a tag is, we're just going to say just sales. I'm just going to make up a tag. And then if we wanted to drill down further, we can actually drill down by any of these search inquiries that we can have. So that's what makes it really powerful. So you can layer on searches, and this is the smart filter. And then if you have, maybe you're doing a landing page and you have some type of form that they fill out, and you need to see on a form what exactly they filled in, you can select right here to show it on your clients. So say they I don't have anything on here right now, but say, when are you considering to sell? You click that, and then when that person, that contact comes up in that column, you're going to have the answer there. And then if you need to export those answers into a spreadsheet, you click on export contacts. So each of these is so powerful. If you want to do a max texting, you select the people that you want to text. You just send SMS, and you can send it out either all at once, over time. There's a lot of functionalities, but there's just so much power in just owning your database and being able to utilize it. Now, the opportunities, this is just another way to say pipeline. So you can create different pipelines based on your sales process. So for example, if I was going to create a pipeline, I would say maybe lead in, conversation started, contract sent, and closed. And so with with this pipeline, now that we just created it, now what we're going to see is we're going to see the pipeline formulate. And then what's going to happen is we are going to let's add someone to this pipeline. I'm just doing this real quick so you can see it in action. And then we are just going to leave it as is. Test. So this is what it looks like. So you have your card right here. And so any information, so if you wanted to message them, you would message them right here. It would just open up the contact information. And then you would, right now I don't have any SMS or Twilio account set up. So, this is where it would be. It would say SMS, email, and maybe Facebook. And then you click on it, and then you just type in. Now, another great function is the custom values, which I'll go over. There's just so much in here that I'm actually working on creating a course that's going to show you all these in-depth things to learn. But you have full control as to what you want to put in there. So if you put hi first name for the contact, so glad you joined us. And then if you have say you created an email signature, you could just put it right there and then click send, and it'll send it out. So powerful. There's a lot of great things. Another great thing is if someone message you stop on the text message, it'll automatically select that as a stop. Maybe they do it on email, or you can do all channels. There's a lot of great things. So the opportunity is just basically creating the pipeline for your sales process. And then once they start the conversation, you just drag and drop. If you close the deal, now there's a couple ways you can do it. If you close a deal, you can set up automations to where you click on closed. Once it goes in this pipeline, you can automate it to send out their onboarding email, their welcome email, however you want to do it. And then maybe after a week, you can automate it to send out a review request. So there's a lot of great things that you can do with high level just on the automations, which is such a powerful tool that you need a whole training to understand the automation, because once you understand the automation, the possibilities are just endless. Now we can go over the marketing. They have a social media planner right here. So you can use this for Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, LinkedIn. It's a great way that just allows you to not having another social scheduler. Templates, you can create messaging templates on here. And when you actually go to create the automation, you just select the template. So if you're looking to scale your business, this is a great tool to utilize, because you can make these templates pretty much specific, but you can swap out details within those messages, which I'll show you with custom values. You can swap out that information and make it one time or make it for the next 100 clients you have. All you have to do is just change out a couple things on the custom values, which is the next step. So custom values. So for example, custom values Twilio number. So if I have a Twilio number, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to paste my Twilio number in here. Click save. So now what I do is when I'm creating those templates, I copy and paste the key. I put it onto the message template. And then anytime I have a new client, I just update this value and it'll change site or whatever automations I have that key in. It's going to update the value with that number. So the implications are huge on this. So for example, I use it for my real estate client. So what I do is I have a real estate client. Their email says, "Hi, contact," which it'll populate the name. The next step is actually, we're so excited that you opted in for our free hot list of homes in maybe whatever location. I can create a custom value of location, and then I could put the location name under the value, say Palm Springs. So whether it's agent 1 that is in Palm Springs or agent 2 in Texas, whatever I change the value, it's gonna propagate on that email template or that text message template. And so what I do is I create messaging for one-time messaging. And as I have my first client or 50th client, I use those same messages. I just change the values so that way it's custom to that client. So it's very powerful on how this is used, and it just saves so much time. Think of having to use something like ClickFunnels, where you create you create a landing page, and then you have to go back and update all the little tweaks. Or say you're running home buyer events. Say you're running a home buyer event. You're doing it in Lake Elsinore, and then next 2 months from now, you want to use that same landing page, but the event's over in Lake Elsinore, and you want to do it in somewhere in Los Angeles. And so rather than having to redo the whole landing page and find all the places where you put Los Angeles or Lake Elsinore or whatever the name is, you're just going in here in the custom values and updating the locations right here, and it goes entirely to wherever you put the keys. These keys work not only on your landing pages, but they also work in the SMS, emails, anything that you can send out some type of messaging on Go Highlevel. When you have the key, you get the value. So hopefully that really explains a lot about what this is, because there's just so much power behind having to do this one time and being able to scale. And that's what I look for as far as scalability, is how simple can I keep it so that way I don't have to burn out and recreate the wheel from the ground up or recreate the car from the ground up. The next thing that's really powerful is the automation. Now, this high level version is updated. When I first started using high level, I was using the old outdated version where you had to create your own campaigns, you had to create triggers, you just had to do all these things. And it was just, I created a chaotic mess in there. So that was one of the downfalls of using high level about a year ago. But ever since they updated, which one great thing about high level is they're continuously updating their software. It's amazing how much content or how much development is going on in the back end that they just release. And if you're already a client, you get that. You don't have to pay extra for these releases, which is just crazy to think. So the workflow is your automation. So if you're going to create an automation, you're going to go to create your workflow, and we're just going to start one from scratch. And you can see how easy it is to build out your high level workflow. So you're going to click on new workflow trigger. So this is basically saying, how do I get someone into this automation? So you can get them into the automation in a numerous amount of ways. Maybe there's a form you created on a landing page. Maybe there's a survey you created on a landing page. Maybe there's a Facebook, you're running a Facebook lead form. You can integrate that Facebook lead form without the need of Zapier. Now, the con about using high level is sometimes the Facebook lead form integration is doesn't connect all the time. So I use Zapier on that situation, but I'd say about 9 times out of 10, it works fine. That one time out of every 10, maybe the Facebook lead form doesn't connect as it should. And so that's another con. But I use Zapier for the ones that aren't working. But for the most part, I see about 9 times out of 10, it will work correctly. You just have to monitor it. But if you're running a Facebook lead form, then you just select the lead form that you're going to be using. I don't have anything on here because it's not integrated, because this is my demo site. But you're going to do your Facebook lead form. And then the first thing you're going to set up is actually what you're going to assign it to. So you need to assign it to a user. So that's anyone on your sales team. So for example, like I would put my name right here. And then once you assign it to a user, I always say you want to set up a tag. You want to tag them as far as keeping record of where this lead came from, what campaign are they in. And then after that, when you're done setting up, let me move my ugly mug out of the way. When you're done setting that up, so you set up a tag, the next thing is you're going to create the opportunity. So create opportunity. Basically, you're telling them what pipeline to put them in, what stage to put them in. Now, this is just the entry level. Say, for instance, they responded to your campaigns, then you can set up a follow-up based on their campaign. So, comment below, guys, if you want to see this course that I'm going to do. I'm going to explain all this. This is just too much to jam pack in a quick little video. I just wanted to kind of give you an overview of how simple this stuff is to set up. And you just go down the workflow, and it's that easy. You just point, click, and then, so if we're going to add an email, you're just going to put your from name. Now, you don't have to fill out the from name and email. You can do that in the settings, and it'll be on all the automations. So you do it right here, settings, from name, we're just going to put my name, and then your from email, leo@uniquedigitalmedia.com. And then that would fill up every email that you have. And then remember how I mentioned the templates? So this is where you would find your template, and then it would autofill all the information in here. So it makes it very easy to set up. So we'll go over this on another date when we have more stuff, because the automations is just it's pretty much endless on what you want to set up. All right, so now you have your sites. So one thing about this is when we actually have a seller site, here's an example of a site that I actually have in this demo. So I have a home valuation site. So this is a survey that I set up. Find out how much your home is worth in 2022, and then you just kind of fill out. So say I was a client, fill it out, and then this is a survey, because we're not asking all the questions in one form. We're asking one question at a time, which actually improves opt-in rates. And then now we just need a few more details, and then the last question. So the reason why I do it like this, I ask the last question on the bottom, is because once you actually someone types in like 6 months, it's gonna submit. So once they do that, it'll automatically submit. So it does that for them. And then now we just put your customized home. This is the thank you page, and pretty much that's all we have here on that. So that's just how easy it is to set up a landing page. Now, once again, I'll make another video that goes over how to make a landing page, but this is just a good idea of what we're setting up here. So there's a lot of stuff. And what's great about High Level is you get unlimited contacts inside. You can upload an unlimited amount. You can send, or you can create unlimited amount of funnels. And then you even have the opportunity to create a website on here. Now, kind of the con about the website, everyone says is the blog capability. You know, you have a website, you want to be able to blog on there, correct? In the next week or so, they just, well, today or 2 days ago, they just uploaded the beta version of the blogging. And in about a week or two, they're going to release blogging pretty much site wide for every user. So it is coming, guys. Don't worry, we will have blogging. It's just a matter of time now. It's getting very close to them releasing the blogging. And that's honestly the only drawback to having the website on high level. It's very easy to create a website on high level. I've created numerous websites, and it's been working great for my clients. And that's pretty much it. Like, there's so many things I can go over: reputation, reporting. Um, you can set up your own staff in here. So as you get employees, you set them up and you give them certain accesses, calendars, phone numbers, reputation management. Someone wants to leave a review, you can send them this link, and then it'll tie into your Google My Business, and they'll send you a Google link. Custom fields. This is if for your form fill outs. This is where all your questions are. There's just so much to go over that I need to make a course on this and share with you guys. Custom values, we went over that in depth. Domains, this is how you set up your domain for your landing pages. And everything here is great as far as educational resources. They have a ton of resources to help you get set up. So if you go to the welcome course, they have step-by-step courses on how to get started with high level in here. So your first onboarding in a way. And then with that, they also have the help center. So they got hundreds and hundreds of resources to help you get started and to basically answer any questions you have. So there you have it, guys. There's a really in-depth overview on what Go High Level is. It's been able to have me get rid of Calendly, Active Campaign, ClickFunnels, you name it. There's been so many softwares that I was just able to finally get rid of and not have to pay a monthly subscription for. And I've wrapped it into one. And it's been so much of a game changer for my agency that I've been able to scale my business without having to scale my cost per month. So if you're ready to get started with high level, I highly suggest you do it. Go ahead and click the link in the description below to get started. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in my Facebook group once I launch it. And have a great day.